different nachos.
Game. It's like playing a movie. It's awesome. And they have also done a handful of other things, but they're really famous, I think, for Professor Layton especially. But in Japan, they have actually created something that is about to overtake Pokemon.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So watch
Shots
out,
fired.
Pokemon.
It's called Digimon.
Watch out.
Well, it's called Digimon.
Very good joke, because I like Digimon more than I like Pokemon. Well, the series is called Yokai Watch, and it's insanely popular, and it's only getting bigger. It's sold millions and millions of copies in Japan alone. And guess what, guys? Yes.
What? They evolve.
Well, yes, but
It's an anime now.
it's pretty dang close.
It's
But
close to an anime, but it's not an
it
anime.
looks very anime-esque, the game itself. But guess what?
What?
It's finally going global.
Uh-oh.
We're going across the seas, going to spread our borders for gold and glory. If there's natives beware. We do apologize.
We have blankets.
So
Everyone's going to be playing this game.
joke.
So.
Level 5 announced that during their recent event, Level 5 Vision 2015, they announced that they are going to be teaming up with Nintendo, ironically enough, to release Yokai Watch, the game series, in North America, Europe, Australia, New Zealand, and Korea.
So do they not think that, because of its popularity, that it will overtake Pokemon? Or do you just think they could say, hey, Pokemon and Yokai, if you guys can become buddies?
Well, so what's going on right now is not like for all time, but currently it's outselling Pokemon sales.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but good luck overthrowing that established fan base.
Right. But the reason why it's saying that it's like getting more popular than Pokemon is it's very similar. You are a kid who trains these beings and you level them up and you battle with people. It's literally very, very similar to Pokemon.
What are the beings called?
Like Monster Rancher.
I'm not exactly
Digimon
sure on the terminology on what they call it, but it literally, how do I describe this? Did you play the Fantasy Life game that came out on the 3DS?
Yes.
Well,
I did. I have it.
You have it? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
the art itself and the game style looks kind of like that, how the stuff looks. But then it kind of has a bit of the Ni no Kuni art drone. I can't talk. Drawn, but it's thrown in like there. So it's a combination of all the different styles that they've used, including Professor Layton, and it's supposed to put,
Yeah, I saw a picture.
Pokemon
and
a little bit now,
It looks kind of adorable.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. And I myself am excited for it because, frankly, I've gotten bored of the Pokemon series. I know that that's probably sacrilege, what I'm saying right now.
It's
but
like the same game.
Over and over again.
It really is. All that's new is Pokemon, the villain.
But it's
whatever.
so cute. How can you resist
right,
the
but
Fennekin and the Oshawott?
But see, the thing is, Pokemon, the people who produce it, they know it works and they don't fix it because it ain't broke.
Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
Exactly. So even though it's very repetitive, it's something we're used to, it works. And I mean, I've gotten tired of it over the years because I've been playing it for so long. I can watch the anime almost continually because it's, nostalgia. But in the case of the games, it's gotten really boring for me. I mean, I haven't even played through Alpha Sapphire yet, Caleb. I haven't. I'm not even going to lie. I was excited for it, and then I just did nothing with it. It's collecting dust in my drawer. It's very sad. But
you can catch Deoxys.
I can. I could.
Spoiler alert. Just saying, but
Also, speaking of level 5,
Catch them.
it's a good motivation.
Gotta catch them all.
You know how I mentioned Fantasy Life?
Yes.
Okay, well, guess what?
What?
The folks at publisher, the folks at Level 5 also announced that their upcoming title Fantasy Life 2 and Professor Layton 7. Which, we did think that there wouldn't be an actual Professor Layton title after this last one because it was supposed to be the last one with Layton
Is
in
he
it.
really a professor? Does he teach at a college or something?
He literally teaches at a college in the game. Yeah, it's really
live up to your title.
Accurate. Yeah, but guess what, guys?
What?
They're not going to be on 3DS. I know. Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. Level 5, you give love a very bad name. Oh, Caleb is just choking and dying over here.
I read the rest of it.
Yes. And
auditions for the new host will be coming out shortly. So.
But guess what, guys? It's going to be on smartphones and iDevices. So, hey, they're keeping with the touchscreen, and there's going to be some card-based functionality. I'm not sure what exactly that means.
How are you? Are you just going to hit the card against the phone and it works?
I have no idea. I myself have an iPhone. And
there's going to be a phone attachment. It's going to cost like $300. It's going to be like the new system. And you just, you swipe it.
You get a tuning fork and you hypnotize your phone.
I'm just letting it happen.
I'm still waiting for Verizon to get like a Nintendo phone.
Don't even.
That's as powerful
don't even.
as a
Pokédex.
Don't even. Just don't even. If you give them an idea, they will take it and they'll run with it, and then you won't be able to do anything about it. Okay, but in our last bit of news for game stuff, I mentioned The Witcher 3. They've announced that it's going to have 2 expansions, which you can actually buy an expansion pass like you can on, say, Assassin's Creed and stuff like that. One expansion is called Hearts of Stone, which is going to be released in October, and the other one is Blood and Wine, which is going to be released in Q1 of next year, which means anywhere from January to almost March.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting.
The other DLC sounds like it's like the Last Supper.
Yeah, it
Drink
does.
this wine
it does.
in remembrance of my blood.
Maybe it will have something to do with
I
that.
don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe they're alluding to something.
Apparently, blood and wine get along very well.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Like, they kind of look the same.
I mean, vampires like it. But
Vampire DLC confirmed.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, maybe.
But yeah, I think when I saw it on Steam yesterday for pre-order or purchase, it was $24.99. But that's what I saw. So yeah, but that's our last
Vampires for your wallet.
Oh, apparently so. But yep, that is our video game news in just general.
And next up, we will have the inevitable Nintendo news.
Yes,
segment.
we will.
In red ink.
Yes,
I like it.
Nintendo
Red
is
ink.
always red.
Yes.
Bloody red.
And our break song here is by AWOL Nation, is Lie, Love, Live, Love.
All in that order?
All in that order.
Okay.
Yes. And you are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio, and we will be right back.
And we are back on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I am Rachel, and I have next to me...
My name is Jake, as it's always been. If it changes, I'll let you know.
And
This is Caleb.
And I died.
No, you're not the ghost host today.
Oh, I'm not the ghost host.
It's too early for the ghost host.
The ghost host.
It's not Halloween yet. Maybe in October we'll have ghost hosts.
Okay, I'm jumping the gun on the
Yeah,
next
just a little
Halloween
bit.
episode.
Haunted Mansion special confirmed.
Yes, bringing the Nerd Edification live from the Haunted Mansion.
Oh my goodness, that would be crazy.
999 haunts,
And-
but there's room for 1,000 more.
And Disney would totally get onto us, and we'd all cry. Yeah. But now we have the inevitable Nintendo section. So, Caleb, that Smash hype though?
Smash Hype Dough. Yes, there's always the Smash Hype Dough. So guess what? There's been a lot of discussion recently regarding future DLC characters for the Super Smash Bros., 3DS, and Wii U.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And currently, Nintendo is accepting fan suggestions to get a better idea of what characters would be most wanted as DLC.
Spyro.
So apparently, yes, you can literally suggest anybody.
Anybody
You can
from any game?
anybody. No, literally anybody. Somebody
You suggested that doesn't mean it'll come true, but you can suggest
somebody
it.
put in the guy who's in charge of the Metal Gear Solid games, whatever his name is. We just reported on him like 2 weeks ago.
Is he not in here?
Kojima? Yeah, Kojima. That guy.
No, wait, that's Hideo Kojima. No, that's different. Is it the same guy?
No, it's the same guy. Yeah. Anyway, someone actually put him in there, and in the reason section, because there's a reason section, they put because he needs a job anyway.
Oh.
And I was like, oh God, why did you do that? But you can literally suggest anyone. People put Crash Bandicoot in there. Then Banjo and Kazooie. Someone put that. You can suggest indie people and even Conquer. You can literally, if they are in something, you can suggest them. That's basically what they're saying. But the website itself, as you said, is suggesting that it's going to be up to 6. So once everybody's done their submissions, I imagine there's going to be a voting process.
There's probably room for about 5 or 4 more characters, they said.
Yeah, some of them have actually been decided already.
Because during the Nintendo Direct last week, which was on April 1st, during April Fool's episode, I caught it in the middle, kind of, but I watched it later, and they had a trailer for Mewtwo, which he looks amazing, by the way, especially his final smash. Oh. And then Lucas has been confirmed.
And for those of you who don't know Lucas, he's from the Earthbound series. He has to kind of do with Ness. Exactly. But like I said, once the whole process of submitting characters is done, they'll probably go through a first round of approval where if there's characters that are from companies that aren't having anything to do with Nintendo or have been released on a Nintendo console, they're going to probably have to call them up and see if they actually want this to happen, and if so, can they be kept on the list, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And
but one thing, just so I just want to gush a little bit.
Gush.
All right, so I was actually kind of excited when I saw Lucas because I actually prefer him in Brawl
over Ness.
Yeah, because he's cool. And also, they did a really cool thing where one of his alternate skins is actually his brother, Klaus. And I was like, because I actually watched the playthrough of Mother 3, and oh my gosh, it's so sad.
So
it's awesome.
Not only do you get Lucas, you can also have Klaus, but it's going to be Klaus with Lucas's powers.
Yeah, but
it's
still, that's they're twin brothers anyway, so it makes
sense. Same thing, there you go.
It's just
get both the ice climbers.
Great. Ooh.
The problem with the Ice Climbers is he had to cut them because the 3DS could not handle 8 characters on the screen.
Right.
Because Ice Climbers are
double.
2 characters.
Right.
So he just had to cut them for both versions, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, it's sad, but, sometimes you have to cut things. It's a fact of life.
Maybe next Smash Brothers, if there is one, which I don't really think they need another one.
I think they're done. That's what they've officially said, is they're not going to make another even if they do, it's not going to be for a long time, and it's not something that they're going to even talk about.
So I'm fine. I'm pretty content with what we have now.
Is it?
Yeah. So Mewtwo is coming out at the end of the month on the 28th, and Lucas is scheduled for release in June.
Cool.
So you can look forward to that, and you can buy them for both versions, which I probably will do. It's going to be a little bit expensive.
I thought you already had Mewtwo, though, because you pre-ordered it.
No, I don't have a Club Nintendo account. Yeah, I was a little late on that train.
Even though I reminded you every month.
Yeah, every month. And maybe the next little award system thing I'll sign up for, but I just never really signed up for.
Yeah, I don't have enough coins for any of the premium things that came out recently. If you are a Club Nintendo member and you have pretty much over 200 coins, you can get some really cool actual digital games on there for those things. But yeah, our last bit of news is something I'm pretty excited about.
I am too. Don't forget me. I'm here.
Oh yeah.
I like Xenoblade.
And if you like RPGs and really expansive worlds, Jake, you might be a little excited about it. And the music.
I'm really stingy about.
But the music is gorgeous. You'd probably love the music. I think you would. It's very Kingdom Hearts-esque.
What's not great about having a giant mech suit and you can fly around giant dinosaurs and several continent expanded thingies?
Yeah, a whole planet probably. But Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming to Wii U.
So like Star Fox Adventures?
I wouldn't say that. But Xenoblade Chronicles X is coming to Wii U soon. Do we know when?
No.
But soon. The developers at Monolith Soft have been holding their cards close to the chest when it comes to the topic of the game's online capabilities. And also, literally, they've been holding their cards close to the chest. And I'll get right on that for a second. You stole my thunder just now.
I'm sorry.
You must know you did that. No, apology not accepted.
Dang.
But we may finally have a hint now as to what is coming for X. According to the back of the game's download cards, paid DLC is being planned. What that is, we don't really know. These downloads might be coming in the form of like new quests, whether these are side quests or story quests is pretty much up in the air. So is it going to be like a story expansion, like say other games have done in their expansions, like the Assassin's Creed series and the Witcher series? Or is it going to just be little extra side things that give you extra cool stuff? I don't know.
If they expand the story any more than what I can imagine it possibly is, it will probably take years to finish.
Well, pretty much. I think I said this a few weeks ago when we first talked about Xenoblade Chronicles, or the second time, whenever we talked about it last. The game itself is projected to be like 21.5 gigabytes. And the company itself said that you should probably allow for about 6 gigs additional to that for DLC and other things. And that's what I heard somewhere, and what one of the developers said at some point. That might have changed now, but
inevitable updates and patch fixes.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So
I want to see a DLC character that's totally overpowered and can just nuke everything. That'd be great.
we're talking about a potential 28 gigabyte game, including all the bells and whistles, with accounting for DLC and patches, etc., on a 32 gig system.
You're going to need another memory card.
You're going to need an external hard drive is what you're going to need. And taking that into account with the whole Zelda U, pretty much, if you get a Wii U, expect those are going to be the only games on your system.
I haven't actually tried to put an external hard drive on the
You
thing.
can do it.
that?
Yeah,
Cool.
you can do it. They announced,
Still
they released a patch for it when it first came out because they realized that 8 gig was not big enough and 32 gig was probably not big enough either. At least for how it's going now.
Terrible.
But like I said, we don't know too much, but perhaps some details will be shed on Xenoblade Chronicles X on the game's live stream on Friday.
Cool.
Details still a little sparse, but at least we have something to go on.
Something. We have something. All right, well, that's going to be it for your inevitable Nintendo news. Next up, we have your Nerd Vocab with a bit of extra news thrown in there.
Yes, indeed.
Jake, what is the song that you sent me? What is it?
Oh, this is a British football, soccer for you United States of Americanians. Vindaloo is a chant that they sing at
That's
games or whatever. I don't know.
That's
Play it
okay.
and find out.
That's super cool.
All right, then. Well, okay. You are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. We will be right back.
All right, welcome to our little corner of the internet. And when I say little, I mean pretty little, like shoved back here by Big Brother and Big Sister.
The internet and the radio and the television, because we're on the television now.
We are the Nerd Edification Hour.
Yeah.
On Alternation Radio.
The little sibling who gets put in the corner.
Hey,
talk
but guess
and
what?
discuss
We're spoiled and we get all the cool
what
stuff.
we discuss.
Yes.
But yeah, that's Jake, and I'm Rachel, and across from me is Caleb.
What's up? There we go.
But Jake,
Yep,
enlighten
yep.
us with our little bit of intellectualness here on the Nerd Edification Hour. Tell us what the Nerd Vocab
Is the segment that they have allowed me to have for my very own. And I'm very thankful
You're welcome.
to have my own segment of the show. They have supplied this word for me.
Yes.
Today's nerd vocab is the troll face.
Or troll.
Not to be confused with a troll doll.
Or to be confused with the troll that lives under the bridge and charges you the toll.
Like the Billy Goat Gruff.
Right.
Not that. We are not discussing that today.
No, we are not.
Maybe another day, though.
Maybe.
We will have a nursery rhyme and Mother Goose nerd vocab. Hopefully,
Oh, we will? What is that?
something I've always wanted,
I don't know.
but have
Oh.
never gotten.
So tell us what a troll is. In the
Like a internet troll.
yes, in the Nerdiverse.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was strictly about the comic
What's the
face.
definition?
No.
What's the definition?
A troll is somebody who bothers other people on the internet because they can.
Yeah, and also it is a meme.
It's
A meme, epic meme.
Yes, it was actually made by a man who calls himself Wine or Whim, and it was in a short comic displaying the fantasy and reality of trolling on the web. Okay, for
It's
those
like
of
a
you
grinning face that goes like,
yes, for those of you that are on the listening to us on the radio and not viewing this video later on YouTube, which is posted on
We're on
Caleb's
TV,
channel.
public access. We're on that.
Right, we are.
sometimes.
We are on that sometimes now. It should be uploaded weekly now, and that's on
That's kinda
GC
weird.
Gulf Coast College's television station here in Panama
I've
City.
heard good things.
What
so.
channel are we
Yeah,
anyway? Like,
We're on channel 6, but it's really channel 8.
Okay.
until then.
That's not confusing at all.
But anyway, for those of you listening on the radio, visualize a person with a grin that is far too big for its face and just looks like it is just making fun of you as it smiles.
Yes.
It's pretty interesting looking and rather hilarious, and you can use it in a variety of situations. It also happens to look like a professor that I used to have, who I will not name. But it's actually it was quite interesting noticing that similarity.
For example, trolls can start fake arguments on the internet to argue with those who have strong opinions
Yeah,
towards something.
what's the example?
They're basically an annoyance. Like,
Here's
for
the
example, someone says, I love Taylor Swift, and then a troll would be like, oh, she's the one who sings The Lion King. And then the person goes, no, blah, 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 and then argues. And so basically, trolls, their goal in life, is
don't
to
feed
start
'em.
an argument. Don't feed the trolls.
Hey, just don't argue on the internet, like, period.
At all.
But
Not a good
there's
idea.
a variety of troll stuff. Like, for
Image trolls.
image trolls, they're for everywhere on Reddit. Like, there's this one guy his name is PhD in everything, and he's rather amusing. Most of what he types is a total lie, but he usually proves to be quite amusing because he'll be like, I am one of those people who works in a suit and works with the government and is watching your every constant move. And he types
NSA?
Yeah, pretty much. He types stuff
I read
like
your
that.
emails and all your text messages. Nothing is secret. I know what you did last Friday.
Pretty much.
snap.
That's a troll. And also the company organization,
where they go and
whatever.
they leave bad stuff
Anonymous,
about companies.
the organization Anonymous, as known to troll people a lot. Like, for example, taking over a website.
They are chaotic neutral.
Hackers can be trolls. Pretty much anyone can be a troll.
Oh, yeah,
You can be a
hackers-
troll.
If
I
you
can be a troll.
mess with people for the lulls,
You're a troll. That's what you are. But the reason why
Chaotic neutral.
we have this as our nerd vocab today is the troll face. It's the image we told you about, a meme. It circulated the internet for years, but someone actually drew it originally.
Oh, wow. Then I thought it just kind of spawned out of nowhere.
No.
No?
The-
It
Spawn
didn't?
of Satan.
It just
No.
it didn't spawn randomly on the internet. Like
the word troll came from the guy that I mentioned
Right.
earlier, but the troll face was named by 24-year-old Carlos Ramirez in 2008 when he should have been working on a college paper, as was the case for most of us when you're 24. I'm not 24 yet, but that's usually the case at that age. He found himself scrolling through an anonymous image board called 4chan. So he decided to post a comic that he drew up in MS Paint, which he'd done like dozens of times before. And he didn't exactly have an intention to share it, but he just posted it on the video game board and went to sleep. And when he woke up the morning, he saw it reposted in many, many other threads. And then I think about 2 years later, his mom encouraged him
Yep.
to actually stake his personal claim over the image
His
itself.
mother is quite proud of him,
Yes,
by the way.
I would be too. I mean, you just drew a little comic, you registered it with a copyright office, and then all of a sudden, since then in 2010, he's made about $100,000 in licensing fees, settlements, and other payouts that are associated with the use of the troll face.
So there you go. Should we copyright the Nerd Edification Hour? And then when we explode in popularity across the world,
Maybe
and then
that is
we
certainly
could-
an idea. But at the meme's height, when it's plastered pretty much all over T-shirts at Hot Topic, Ramirez actually pulled in between 10,000 and 15,000 every few months. One document that actually he showed the interviewer was up to like over $10,000. Like it was ridiculous. But also recently in the news there was a game on the Nintendo eShop called Meme Run, which is, it's like Temple Run kind of a little bit, and that running game that's on the PlayStation that was free. I don't remember what it was called, but basically it's a side-scrolling running game where you have to dodge certain obstacles as you run, and it was filled with memes, with meme faces, and Trollface made an appearance. But since it was a copyrighted image, they actually weren't technically allowed to use it, but I guess they didn't know that. So when he inquired, the game was taken down off the eShop and hasn't been seen since. So if they, pay for the use of the image, then they can maybe put it up again on the eShop and other systems. But we'll see on that. But why this is interesting is it's such a small little image that has grown to be huge, and he's made a lot of money off it.
Yeah,
and
it's used everywhere.
I, for one thing, that's really great. It's a cool success story, because just think, you can make an image and people, or a catchphrase even, and that people will use and in games, movies, on T-shirts and stuff. And if you copyright it correctly, you can get so much money from royalties of this sort of thing.
Or you can totally abuse your copyright stuff and take down fan-made projects that, just people spend time on and then make them. And then
this is looking at you, Nintendo.
Yeah.
But they have every right to do that. They literally do.
And they
I'm
also
still
have,
pretty sour about my Hello Kitty MMO getting shut down. I worked for like 5 months on that. So
You should write a letter to Sanrio and see if it can actually get made.
it's a lost dream.
But yeah, that is our nerd vocab section news. And next we're going to be talking about movies.
movies and stuff.
Yes. Caleb, what is our song for this break?
Their song is Daffy Duck for Listening. I don't know.
The scenery. Where's the scenery?
That makes no sense.
That's the song name that I was given.
Okay, but yeah. So
It's a song.
we'll see how that goes.
Go.
Remember, you're listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. We will be right back.
Okay, breaking news. That song was Daffy Duck the Wizard from the Looney Tunes show. And you are listening to the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I'm Caleb.
I am Rachel.
I'm Jake. The Taste Track brings gourmet grilled cheese sandwiches to Epcot.
That's cool. That's a cool bit of news that you're telling us about
Okay,
just now.
other breaking news.
Oh, it's like a grilled cheese thing. Okay, cool. There's a new little restaurant thing by Test Track.
Ooh,
that
Trader
serves,
Sam's is open now,
yeah,
too.
that serves grilled cheese, and Trader Sam's at the Polynesian is open too.
Yep, they're
A little bit of
redoing the
quick
Polynesian
news.
a bunch.
Breaking news.
I'll
for
call it our
everything.
It's called our Disney Minute.
That was your Disney Minute.
Yep.
Other breaking news. Local cat saves 300-pound man from burning building.
That is a lie.
It's a
Okay.
strong cat.
There was that one cat that smelled the gas leak and saved the family.
That's very cool. But I want to hear about movies.
Rachel's particularly excited.
I'm very excited.
Came
about
to the
this.
wrong place.
I'm very
I don't
excited.
know anything about that.
okay,
What is
so-
that? What is a movie?
It's on the script.
Yeah. So,
Oh.
you guys know about the Deadpool movie, right?
Maybe.
Well, apparently tons of photos from the set are coming in, and they're revealing fun spoilers for all the diehard fans. And most recently, we've actually got a picture of Ryan Reynolds in the Wade Wilson, makeup for Deadpool, and it looks so gross, which is awesome because it's supposed to be gross. He's supposed to look disgusting, not just weird. He's supposed to look gross.
Okay.
So for those of you unaware, one of his many skills, Deadpool's skills, that he possesses is superhuman healing, similar to Wolverine, but much more powerful. He actually volunteers to undergo this mutant transformation, but this was... But while he was getting his superhero gene therapy, he also had cancer. So the interaction between the two gave him terrible scars all over his body, which never heal, but everything else
Yeah,
heals.
he has perpetual cancer, and his body just keeps healing it. But it
Healing
stays
it and
there.
dying and healing it and dying and healing it and dying.
It's-
And basically pretty much he can get his head lopped off and still be okay.
Oh yeah, he just picks up his head and
just
puts
put
it back on.
puts it back
Yeah.
on.
That's Deadpool for you.
That's Deadpool. But yeah, if you want to see the image, just Google Ryan Reynolds Deadpool makeup 2015, and I
It's
think
very
it'll
good. They're
probably
using source material.
Yeah.
Good job.
Great job.
Clapping. You'll make all the fans happy.
Much
unless
happier.
You screw it up somehow, but
And tell me about this Metal Gear Solid movie. Caleb?
Let's see. Is that the
That's
very
the
next
second
thing?
one. Yes,
That's the
sir,
next
it
thing.
is.
All right. So in-demand Brit writer Jay Basu has closed a deal with Sony Pictures to write the feature adaptation of fanboy favorite video game Metal Gear Solid.
Woohoo!
Speaking of Kojima, there he is. His thing. The project is produced by AVI and Arad, and is being steered by production president Michael D. Luca, Jordan Vaught Roberts, the Kings
Voight.
of Summer.
Jordan Voight.
Voight
Roberts.
is also attached to direct. And
So
Kojima
that's
also
cool.
has his influence in this as
He
well.
probably has his hand in the cookie jar.
He probably has a big notebook filled with what you should and should not do with a movie about Metal Gear Solid.
And he'll probably send it to them and attach a picture of his face to the front, which could be very scary. But my favorite bit of news, well, not really. It has actually, it's only just related to this. But some of you might have heard of the game Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wow,
Which is,
that's not at all
Never heard
related.
of it.
it's,
about it,
no. It's a popular video game series created by Scott Cawthon.
Wait a minute.
What?
Hello, my name is Markiplier. Today we're going to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes, it's very, very famous. It was the game is played a lot by one of my
That's my
favorite.
Markiplier impression.
It was a very, very pretty accurate. His voice is a little
Thank you.
deeper, but you're close.
I know. I just...
But Markiplier is a famous YouTuber, and he plays this game a lot. There's 3 games, and then there's some even fan-made games having to do with it. Which one of them I cannot say on the air because it is actually pretty profane, and it's pretty bad. Look, if you look it up, if you just look up Five Nights at Freddy's fan games, it'll probably be the first one on the list. But in any case, it was produced by Scott Cawthon. The featured adaptation is set to be produced by Roy Lee of Vertigo Entertainment, as well as Seth Grahame-Smith and David Katzenberg of Katzsmith Productions.
I've never heard of either of these studios.
Okay, it's they're related. They're attached to Warner Brothers, so they're probably like mini studios that Warner Brothers owns.
Okay.
The game takes place in Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, which is like a darker version of Chuck E. Cheese, for those of you who know what Chuck E. Cheese is, where an animatronic animal band performs kitty songs by day and then goes on murderous rampages by night.
Yay!
The goal of the game is to survive a night locked inside. Well, actually, it's to survive 5 nights. That's why it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. And there's also optional 6th and 7th night.
And then there's the next games after that, which...
Exactly.
Yeah,
and so you are locked inside in the security booth, and you have to, manage the cameras and watch the animatronics as they continue to move around the restaurant place. But pretty much you just sitting there knowing that a furry death machine might jump out of the dark and kill you at any moment.
Jump scares.
So,
Boom. That's scary.
There will be a lot of them in that movie.
yeah, but Graham Smith said that he's looking forward to working with Scott to make an insane, terrifying, and weirdly adorable movie. The story itself really lends it to a movie, and it taps into the largely unexplored niche of horror that people will be able to relate to. Like, this is a type of horror that they haven't done in a while. The project is currently gone out to writers. Adam Stone and Jay Ireland are looking at executive producing it, and then John Berg and Nick McIncurve are overseeing for Warner, so they're the Warner's reps. Lee was a producer actually on Warner's Brothers, the Liam Neeson film, the action thriller Run, all night, and he actually has the Poltergeist remake due to open pretty soon. Now, which most interesting to me is Katzenberg and Graham Smith are not going to be working on this right away. They're not. Why? Because they are busy developing the Beetlejuice sequel. I'm like waving my arms around and just dancing and being like, you thought you'd hear nothing more? Well, guess what? Little tidbit of news. So, of course, but I hope to hear more on that soon. So until they're done with that or have got the ball rolling on that, they can't really do Five Nights at Freddy's yet. So I think I know what should take precedence, honestly. Can you tell I'm a fan? Can you tell?
No, I can't tell. I don't think.
The trio are actually producing, I'm not pronouncing,
What?
Kananga? I don't know. That's His first name's Carrie, and apparently there's a new adaptation of It coming out as well, which is starting shooting in summer. I don't know. These guys are like horror kings or something, and they're producing a bunch of horror-related movies. And
I don't like horror movies. Too
Me
scary.
neither.
I do if they're not actually horror. They're
I like Twilight Zone kind of psychological horror.
I like psychological thrillers or just plain creepy like Stephen King or Tim Burton creepy a la Beetlejuice.
Or even
That's what I
Jurassic
like.
Park is sort of scary.
Right, I
not
like
a horror
those
movie.
kind of things, but not this.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, look, we have blood everywhere. Yay.
Pretty much.
Hyper realistic blood.
Yeah.
Yay.
But yeah, I for one am not at all excited about Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm excited about the little tiny blurb of news that was in there that those are the guys that are working on it. So now I'm probably going to Google them when I get home and scourge the internet for details. Because when I look for something, I dang will find it.
I will find it.
But yes,
When I do.
so that is our movie news.
Do we want to take a break or do we want to?
No, why not? We can do
Okay.
that last little tidbit, and there you go.
All right, then. Well, we're going to take a little break here, as I just had, and the song is from Ori and the Blind Forest. It is Light of
If
Nibble.
a tree falls in a blind forest and no one's around to see it,
It won't be seen because the forest is blind.
Yeah. Anyways, and we'll be right back here on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio.
And we are back for our last little dash of news on the Nerd Edification Hour on Alternation Radio. I am Rachel. I have across from me Caleb.
What's up? Jake disappeared. I don't know where
He
went.
just disapparated into thin air. I don't know where he went. It's a mystery. It's a complete and utter mystery. But yes, our last bit of news is some tech news, and I have one thing to say: be careful what you click. Yeah, of course, clicking
public
on
service announcement.
clicking on things can cause a lot of problems. You could click a bad pop-up and get a virus. You can click
Yes, this is on a computer, by the way, not in real life.
Yeah, you can click on you could just click on a bad ad and get all your information stolen. But this is also along the same lines. You might think that you found a cool-looking new game on Steam, but it could very well be a computer-infesting malware in disguise.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. Scammers are imitating entire game pages now. Over the weekend, the makers of the psychedelic adventure game Octopus City Blues, which sounds very fun and I might actually play, were surprised to discover a perfect copy of their Steam page. Warning, the demo download on that page contains malware, so don't download it. Keep an eye out for the company to actually announce when they fix the problem, which is sitting in the concept section on Steam. Name, trailers, screenshots, description, everything's there. However, the one big difference between the 8-legged clone and developer Ghost in a Bottle's original slab of steamed cephalopod, as they say, was the updates that advertised an exciting new demo. 7 levels, an hour of playtime. They mentioned the game's very not fictional Kickstarter. Clearly, these jerks did their homework. So be very careful right now on Steam. Keep an eye out for anything that might be suspicious.
Isn't that right, Jake?
Jake is
I
now
was
with
knocking
us.
and they wouldn't let me in.
Jake
so.
is now with us.
Hello.
He has reappeared. But yeah, that's our last bit of news for today about Steam. I love Steam. Still figuring it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games on there that I want that I can't exactly get yet.
Well, just put it on your
My wish list and hope somebody gets it for me as a gift. I don't know. We'll see. Whoever.
Maybe. I just kind of put it on my wish list just for
To
later.
save. Oh, yeah.
Save it.
Me too. But yeah, so like I said, be careful on what you click on Steam right now. Give it a few days.
Yep. And that'll be it here for the show. Jake,
Yep.
would you like to sign us out since you come back?
Everyone have a safe week and weekend. Enjoy the sun, or
Yeah.
if there's rain, you can enjoy that too.
Dancing it, singing it.
Most all weather is beautiful as long as it is not harmful.
Like a tornado or a
Right.
monsoon.
Or hurricane, yep.
Those are bad. Everything else is
Or
pretty
locusts.
cool. So learn to enjoy weather in its own way. Enjoy life in its own uniqueness.
Yes.
Okay.
That has been a wonderful
job.
message from Jake.
Ooh, I got contacts. I wear contacts now.
Cool.
That's awesome. Jake can see.
You can see.
Yep.
And remember, guys, to like our Facebook page, the Nerd Edification Hour.
Yes.
We've got quite a few likes now, and we're steadily gaining with each passing day. So yay, momentum.
And my channel's up to 42 subscribers now.
Hooray! And you can find actually this show on YouTube on Strangely Entertaining, which is Caleb's channel. He also does playthroughs.
Which, if we get enough, I may split the channel as split
Maybe.
for like my personal channel and then Nerd Edification.
We'll
channel.
see. We'll
But
see.
Until
like
that
a lot
day
of effort.
comes.
And you can also find us on Twitter at Nerd Edification. So
Yes.
that's where we're at on the Webiverse, as they
Webiverse.
say.
And our outro song here is Up the Spirit Cavern Walls, and that is also from Ori and the Blind Forest.
Which is a very good, pretty game.
Yes, very good, pretty game. I will be doing a playthrough of that this summer with the grand summer of playthroughs and stuff. And until next week, stay fancy.